Student, teacher, honoring the life of Joe Reed. My father, Joe, told me a story just before he died that made me think about who I am and what legacy I want to leave. He confessed that growing up, school was very, very hard for him. He found it frustrating. In fact, he had flunked either kindergarten or first grade. I know what you're thinking. How do you flunk kindergarten? Did he act out a lot? Not know his ABCs or his math tables? He also told me about an experience when he was 9 that influenced him. He and his siblings used to cut through a neighbor's backyard. The old man who lived there yelled at them, threatened them, generally scared them. He was the mean old man about whom scary stories get written. My dad made up his mind right then that he did not want to be known as the mean old man who hated children. The father I knew treasured reading. He read aloud to my brother and me every night. We loved cozying up around his big chair and listening to chapter books or hearing story after story of his idyllic childhood. He grew up during the depths of the Depression, yet he never spoke of any hardships. Rather, his stories revolved around their big, comfortable home located on an island in an Iowa river town. He told stories about days spent playing ice hockey on the frozen river with his brother Wally, or swimming and boating with his sisters, and about his troublemaking pony, Stella. As soon as my father retired at age 62, he turned his attention to his passions: sailing, photography, and children. He adopted the neighborhood school, Hubbell Elementary, forming a partnership with the 2nd and 3rd grade teachers. Each week, he spent hours reading to the children and telling them the life lessons he learned from his own childhood. He tutored them in math, taught them their ABCs. He made sure he lit the fire of curiosity in each one of them. He kept his camera with him to capture the faces of these hungry learners. He loved a pretty face, and he loved it even more when he captured those lovely faces, playing, singing, doing art, or reading. He tutored at that school for more than 25 years. When he knew he was dying of cancer, he took one last trip to tell the children he would not be able to come back and see them anymore, and to keep loving reading and learning. He was counting on them. It broke their hearts to say goodbye. On my dad's last good day, his final visitor at the hospice was the teacher he had worked with these past few years. Young and newly pregnant, and a little afraid to visit a dying man, she delivered him notes from all the children to wish him well. She cried through the whole visit. My dad was thrilled to see her. And as soon as she left, I could tell he let go so he could journey on to that next place. My father built a great legacy, not through his career, but by doing what he loved most and generously, passionately, faithfully sharing those loves with everyone he met. It's a year since he died, and I think about him every day. A man from my parents' church took over Dad's tutoring job at the elementary school. It's not the same, but he's building his own unique voice, reading to those children. I started a project reading and doing art with the children who come each month to the food distribution at my church. Last time, 3 of the boys cheered and gave me a high five when I showed up. An artist is making a mural for the library at Hubbell Elementary. It's all about the love of reading, and it's in honor of my dad. My dad loved life. He changed 1,000 lives by overcoming his frustration and his failure to light the love of learning in everyone he met. Thanks, Dad.